Hello and hi, my name is Nur Atika Amira binti Muhammad Rafi and my metric number is 272734. Now I will explain to you about the problem statement of our project. As we all know, the current COVID-19 situation has changed a lot of things such as politics, economics, social, and as well as it is also affected our education. These things somehow have affected our daily life. We can see after this COVID-19 happened to be in Malaysia, people have to work from home. So do the university students or college students as well as school children. This thing is required in order to avoid the close contact of a person with other people. So the government has announced to close all the educational institutions. All the students in Malaysia, either university students or school children, have to learn from home through online. However, unlike the university students, the school children may have the difficulty to learn through online, and it's something that is not an easy thing. These things have been a problems to the parents of school children as they had the difficulty to keep track of all of the work that given by the teachers. This is because there is less communication between the parents and the school teachers regarding the coursework given to the children, even though through social media such as WhatsApp or Telegram. So the children may not be fully understood on how the work has to be done, like they used to be by face to face. Moreover, the school children who lack of facilities such as gadgets, laptops or internet service are hard to get with the work that teachers have shared with them. There are some consequences that may be happen to the school children when they are at home, as they will be distracted by other things such as television, video games, or their younger siblings. The environment is not really suitable for them to study or learn. Then the children will give up in learning and they may not be interested in completing the work given by the teachers. Furthermore, they will not be keen in learning as how they were at school, which is surrounded by their friends and teachers. This is somehow due to lack of motivation for them to study. Therefore, parents, school, and government should immediately play their role in order to make this online learning as a new norm for the school children.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Arisa Arnis binti Zulpika. My metric number is 269646. Today I will present about recommendation solution. Our group have at least 3 recommendation solution. Is it for school children to learn during this COVID-19 pandemic? That solution is parent, school, and Ministry of Education. For parent, firstly, parents should arrange and deal with the teacher about time management for the class attend. Next, parents also should be in group with the teacher, such as a WhatsApp group. So, all the information about homework can get easily. Then, parents needs provide a convenient study environment or setting up a home learning environment for their children to enhance them to learn during this pandemic time. For example, creating a space or study room. Then I will talk about school. The school also need play a role. The school need to create a learning module for students so that students do not miss the syllabus, like create past year's question. And then the coordinator or teacher need to provide a systematic structure class schedule so that students can prepare themselves to face online classes, like create online class using Google Meet. Lastly, the school also need to reduce the number of subjects a day, maybe from 5 subjects to 3 subjects, so students can focus on that class. The third solution is Ministry of Education. Government should cooperate with telecommunication company like Celcom, U-Mobile, or Maxis to provide a good internet plan in order to facilitate the learning process at home. Then, government must to expand more laptop and mobile phone to help underprivileged family, especially for those who are inland. Lastly, government also need to provide visual teaching and teaching for students.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurhanani binti Azmi, metric number 272181. So, I would like to continue this presentation with descriptions of concept part. Based on the recommendation solutions, I'll come out with the better ways for school children to learn during this COVID-19 pandemic. This is the better ways for school children to learn during this COVID-19 pandemic. First of all is parents. Parents need to provide a convenient study environment for their children. Second, school. Schools need to create a learning module for students. And the last one is Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education need to donating laptops and mobile phones to underprivileged students.
First of all, parents provide a convenient study environment. The first point is parents are responsible. Why I say parents are responsible? It is because parents play an important role in their family life. So, as a student, children require the encouragement and guidance from their parents to learn from home. Parents also are responsible for providing a convenient study environment for their children. Secondly is children will get a comfortable place. As a parents should provide one room or one place for children to learn at home. Make sure the environment is comfortable, well organized, and free from noise. For the same reason, children would be more fun in their lessons. And also, parents always make sure there is enough light and also switch displays because to avoid their children from getting bored. And also, parents can motivate their children to self motivations and learning process for their children. And the last point is increase children academic engagement. So as we all know, during this pandemic COVID-19, all children was learned from home. The second, the best way for student learning when the pandemic time is school create a learning module for students. First of all, students can keep studying effectively. It is because learning module for students is that module will instruction students about what way they will learn in this subject and its cover topics that correspondent with the syllabus of Ministry of Education. And also, students may use this module to develop a deeper understanding of a topic they do not understand. Secondly is students can study individually at any time. So using this learning module, student can learn at any time they are free. So students who are unable to learn quickly will require to move to another level, and by way of specifically, student can see their level of understanding for each topic based on their achievement. The last one is students achieve the objective set by topic. So in the learning module, teachers provide the objective that students need to achieve when they do a learning module. So with this learning module, student needs to maximize the most their ability to develop their potential to understand the subject. Last but not least, Ministry of Education donating laptops and mobile phone to underprivileged students. Firstly, Ministry of Education, they help students to ease the burden of families. As we know, school students have a financially problem, and Ministry of Education relieve the burden on those less financially stable to fortunate keep studying online. Secondly is helps online teaching and learning access among students. Students need to be success enforced because the country remains undergoing to happening of the COVID-19 pandemic. So schools are closed and the student need to have a mobile phone or laptops to continue their studies. Lastly, provide students to gain information. With donating laptops and mobile phone to student can gain a lot of knowledge. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Hello, Miss Ain. My name is Mufazzana Bint Muhammad Zamzam. My metric number is 275442. I'm going to present about the analysis or the concept of our project. First of all, we have several parties that can take action in order to make sure the children learning process going well in this pandemic era. First, we have the government, which consists of Ministry of Education and also Ministry of Communication. Then we have school, where the class teacher and subject teachers that can always deliver their knowledge throughout the pandemic. And lastly, we have parents, also guardian for the children who stay with guardian while their parents going out for work. These three parties uh, are important to make sure the children will not left behind in education in this pandemic era. First of all, the ministry needs to make sure that all students have stable internet connection in their home area in order for them to have a smooth learning process. We also need to improve our internet coverage, especially in the rural area where it's hard to get better coverage of internet. Other than that, the government can offer an affordable price for students to buy their gadgets such as a laptop for them to use and provide free laptop to the incapable families so that they don't have problem to learn during this pandemic. Uh, the government can also negotiate with registered telcos so that the student can buy the internet data with cheaper price, like 4G Yes Telco who had offered an affordable internet package for the student. On top of that, the government already announced that the people will get 1 gig of free data every day so that the people can use it to browse the internet. And this is such a great opportunity for the students as they need to use a lot of internet to study. The advantage is that the teaching and learning process still can be done even they cannot attend the school physically. We can also adapt to the digital learning process better. And the disadvantage are that not all areas have high coverage internet and it is also hard to provide them good and stable internet connection. Next is the role of school or teachers. The teachers need to play an important role in order to for the students to gain their knowledge during this pandemic. Teachers can set up a class through many platforms that are available on the internet, such as Google Meet or WebEx. Other than teaching virtually, teachers also can provide students any exercise and notes that can be achieved by the students digitally. For example, provide a link to notes from YouTube so students can have extra notes other than the one that they get from the virtual class. Then teacher also need to update to the parent about the school homework in the chat group so that parents can be informed and monitor their child work. The advantage for the school or teachers is they can cut cost or save cost, because if the students are attending the class physically, the school need to be sanitized every day in order to avoid for the virus getting spread in the school, and it will cost a lot of energy and money too. Besides that, teacher can also learn how to teach uh, digitally, as we are now using technologies in our daily life. The disadvantage for the school or teacher is they cannot monitor how the students do their work at home. Besides, there are some of the teachers they are not used to technology, so they need help every time they want to teach the student virtually. Last is the parents' role. Parents need to provide a comfortable and suitable environment for their children to attend the class virtually. They also need to keep updates with the teachers about the school homework and schedule so that the student will not left behind in studies. Besides that, parents need to ask students about their progress and if they had any problem that they faced while during the online classes. The advantage of is the student can still learn during this pandemic rather than just staying at home doing nothing. They can also finish their study without extending it to the next year. Students can also adapt to the self-learning method so that they can utilize the free time by studying by themselves. They also count for the parents where they had to monitor their children all at once because some of them are also working. Then the children themselves did not want to concentrate as they have short attention span. Plus, there are also many distractions at home so that they had to concentrate in the online class. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ali Hanis binti Idrus. My metric number is 270268. And today I would like to explain about the advantages from this concept. So now let me explain. For the first advantage, student will not miss out the lesson even though facing COVID-19. Students still can continue their syllabus. Teaching and learning lesson can be proceed like usual. They can meet teacher and friends virtually. If they do not understand the topic, they can straight away ask their teachers. This is suitable for students who were previously shy and passive in class. They can ask questions in many platforms and do not have to meet face to face to ask any question. With the availability of the online learning, this will make the learning process run smoothly and the learning objective can be achieved. Our second advantage is to produce a generation that is proficient to use the new technology. They can improve their skills on technology by using all the available platforms. As we know, students were not exposed to technology because of using traditional learning methods. This is because traditional method focus on the presence of student in the same place, but online learning can be done in anywhere and anytime. With online learning, they can improve their skills in using technology. Technologies such as applications that lead to new learning can help them to those skills. The knowledge in the information technology is very important to be applied, especially during this time. Furthermore, the advantage is to reduce a student's dependency on teachers. Teachers play the very important role in the learning of lessons. The teacher's job is not only to teach but to guide students to become useful human beings for the future. Students should do self-study such as browsing for the learning videos on YouTube about a particular topic. They can get a lot of information from there. It can be obtained from applications such as videos from YouTube that explain a lot about certain subjects, especially mathematics. Students can repeat many times if they do not understand it well. This is because there is no limit to watching videos on YouTube. This will educate them to stand on their own without being too dependent on the teacher. Okay. For the last advantage is online classes prevent students from wasting time while staying at home. They will focus more on virtual learning. This will prevent them from doing useless things like playing games, watching televisions and hanging out, which can cause them to be more in danger because of COVID-19. However, there are many limitations. This is because we cannot only focus on the advantages but also need to look at other side. So there are two disadvantages of this. First, home learning atmosphere. Some of students come from a variety of backgrounds. So we cannot conclude by assuming that they are comfortable to study at home. This is because this factor is very important to ensure that they can learn comfortably as they are in the classroom. There may be some students from difficult families whose parents are not able to provide the perfect equipment such as mobile phones and laptops. Some even had to share with other siblings to study. Therefore, some things we consider impossible to happen in life, but today, the reality is actually happening now. Okay, so we proceed to the second disadvantages, which is lack of focus. They are more likely to not fully participate in the online class. This means that students will fall on the negative side, such as lack of concentration when online learning takes place. They can go anywhere and possibly do other things besides focus on learning. Students will surf the internet looking for useless things without guidance from parents or teachers. If they are in class, teachers will monitor their behavior, but if they are at home, they can do anything. In addition, the distraction from siblings also can make them out of focus. This can cause them to be less focused and less interested in learning. This will have a negative impact on students, especially those who are still in early school. In addition, students who will take general examinations such as Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia (SPM), which may have a negative impact on them ahead of the upcoming exam. Okay, so that's all from me. We continue to the next presenter. Thank you.
So we have suggested several ways for school children to learn through online much easier and comfortable, as well as teachers can also deliver the school lessons easily. As we have mentioned earlier, that parents, school and government should cooperate to provide the good environment and other things for them to learn. They need also to ensure that the students can adapt with this new norm. In conclusion, we know that being at home is not the best place for students to learn. So it is important to help the school children to see this online learning as something that is fun and another platform for them to learn instead of being in the class by face to face. In addition, school children can also learn the new things and skills on technology and not only getting the knowledge on school subject. We hope that these suggested ways can help the school children learn through online much comfortable and do not miss a lot of things about school lessons.